books. So we had to get the books over to Eddie. But and then we went to the Waffle House and fucked up some waffles.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Good times, my friend. Good times. What do I think about synthetic cannabis that's legal? That's kind of interesting shit. You know about that, man? They have that.
Marinol?
No, it's a synthetic cannabis. It's like, you know how they had that when the whole Balco scandal came out. What it was a steroid that they had made that was just slightly different from regular steroids and was undetectable in tests because the regular steroids are what they were looking for in the test. They weren't looking for this stuff. Well, that's the same thing with this. There's a synthetic cannabis that you could smoke. It has the same effects, and it doesn't show up in tests.
What does it look like?
It looks like weed.
It actually looks like weed.
Yeah, it looks like
So
weed.
it's a plant.
Yeah.
And they just, wow.
They've just grown it, and I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they figured out a way to.
I didn't know about this.
Botanists have figured out a way a long time ago to put THC into other things. There was an article online where this guy was trying to put THC in tomatoes, get tomatoes to grow THC. Like they can fuck with plants and have them, different plants produce more vitamin C, and different plants do certain things, and they're trying to figure out how to make these. I guess they have figured out how to make weed that doesn't show up in drug tests. Pretty crazy, and it's legal. So, like, if you work for UPS or something like that, and they drug test you, and you can't smoke weed, you can smoke the fuck out of this stuff.
How long has this been out?
It's been out for a while, man. They're trying to make it illegal. It's a big deal now.
They're trying to make it illegal?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Those dirty bitches.
So you could sell it anywhere? Is this the stuff that they're selling in High Times magazines where they sell weed?
No, that bullshit, that stuff's not real at all.
Yeah, what's up with that shit? Anybody know what's up with that?
High Times magazine is whack. That is the weakest shit ever, that fake weed that they sell. That is so dumb. But they say that that's like a big part of their advertising revenue. I think that's just because they're fucking lazy. You're telling me that everyone's so afraid of weed they can't advertise their products in your magazine? Come on. But yet you can sell fake weed? You're just ripping people off. That's all that is. That stuff doesn't get anyone high. But this other stuff does. This other stuff is real shit.
While it's true that your genetics, lifestyle, the experiences you've had all make up who you are, at the end of the day, we're all human. And as humans, we all have the same basic nutritional needs to support our bodies: replenishment, stress management, gut optimization, and immune support. That's why I have been relying on AG1 for years. It's a great way to give my body what it needs. If I miss a single day of AG1, I can feel a difference. It's not your average supplement because AG1 is a blend of essential vitamins and minerals that were carefully crafted to elevate your health. It can help with digestion and overall stamina. I love that every scoop has prebiotics and probiotics along with plenty of vitamin B, which are pretty essential for gut and energy support. And I know that I can trust what's in AG1 because of all the research and rigorous testing their products go through. It's tested for 950 contaminants, while the industry standard is only 10. They're obsessed with creating a high-quality product because you and your body deserve the best. If you're looking for a simple and effective investment for your health, try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. Go to drinkag1.com/Rogan. That's drinkag1.com/Rogan. Check it out.
Where
do you get it?
Eddie is here. Talk about UFOs already. Michael Chavello, the guy from K1 and Dream, the Australian dude that we hung out with in Australia.
Yeah.
He's a big UFO guy, and he was down at the Roswell Museum, and he actually saw a UFO and took fucking photos of it and shit.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, who the fuck knows, man?
If you have any UFO questions, go ahead and shoot.
Did I finish the entire plate of food you posted on Twitter? I finished most of it. I fuck up some food, folks. Especially after shows. After shows, I could fuck up some food. After UFC, too. You burn off a lot of energy just talking. Doesn't seem like you would, but you do.
Like a red band, did he actually say something? Falapo Saturday? This is red band. The red bands? What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing.
Damn.
Did I watch that train wreck Prison Wives on the Discovery Channel? No, there's a show about chicks whose husbands are in prison. Oh, I might have to TiVo that
Yeah.
one.
What channel? I'll TiVo that shit.
Discovery Channel. That might be good. Oh, the History Channel documentary, I Know What I Saw. Yeah, I saw that one too. That was kind of interesting.
That was the best documentary I've ever seen on UFOs. Definitely. I know what I saw. It was one of those rare documentaries that about UFOs that didn't have like the other side. You know, they didn't have a guy going, well, you know, it's all just mythology and, you know, it's in their minds and they're all crazy and why are they landing in Idaho all the time? Why not in big cities? And they didn't have any of those guys because it was so ridiculous because they had so many high-ranking military officers coming forward. You know, that one case in England on a U.S. base where they had 80 witnesses, and 3 of the guys went up to it and touched it and wrote down notes on it, and they all came up, and the Ministry of Defense they said, this is not a concern of national defense. That's their comment. So that alone right there is pretty crazy. And those Arizona lights, I mean, people saying there was, I don't know how many witnesses, but
The Arizona Lights is pretty crazy. I know a dude who lived in Arizona saw that. And he said he saw the big pyramid thing flying through the air.
and they're saying it's like bigger than aircraft carrier.
Yeah, he said it was like a football field.
Yeah.
He said it was gigantic. He said it was a gigantic, big pyramid-shaped thing flying through the sky. Who the fuck knows? You know, my take on UFOs is, if there really were aliens that could come here from another planet, do you think that they would be so silly that they wouldn't disguise themselves? I think a lot of the shit we see all the time could be UFOs. I told you about that crazy dude that told me that they're more intelligent than us. For sure, they could have spaceships. So he starts pulling out his iPhone, and the dude has like dozens of pictures of clouds on his phone. And I'm like, what is that? What do you think about this? Look at this right there. And I go, it's a cloud. And he goes, yeah, but it's an unusually shaped cloud. Look at it. And I'm like, oh no, he's crazy. I'm like, he's fucking crazy. This dude takes pictures of clouds, all different clouds, and he's convinced that these clouds are UFOs.
Yeah.
But on one hand, you got to think like, if you really are so super intelligent that you can visit from other planets, why would you, for sure, we're working on cloaking devices right now. There's already this Japanese jacket that's been invented that basically takes an image of what's behind you and broadcasts it on the front of the jacket. It's basically like Predator type shit. You remember from the movie The Predator?
Yeah, yeah.
And they really have this already. I mean, it's not perfected, but we can't travel to other planets yet either. You know what I'm saying? So if someone from another planet is so much more highly intelligent than we are that they can actually travel here from other galaxies or other solar systems, for sure they've figured something like this out. So when you're seeing the sky, I mean, it's very possible, that what you're seeing is if there are UFOs, you would see an image of the sky behind the UFO being projected on the UFO. So you wouldn't see shit. That said, if you could take into account how many UFOs are reported, I mean, it's like there's some ridiculous amount of UFOs reported. And if you take into account how many people see and don't report, they don't say anything because they don't want to look foolish. That's a lot of goddamn UFOs. I think a lot of what people are seeing is military jets that they don't understand. Like when I was we did Fear Factor down near Edwards Air Force Base, and they had stealth bombers that flew up. Dude, you see a stealth bomber, you think that's a goddamn spaceship.
Yeah, the French government did a test with there was a serious review of all there's like 50,000 or something, 50,000 since a certain year. There's probably way more. But they came to the conclusion that 95% of the reported cases can be explained away with that, like military, all this high-ranking military, or this top-secret military planes and different lights. But they said 5% most likely are aircraft from other worlds.
Well, I don't know why they can say aircraft from other worlds, because I don't necessarily think we have
it's more likely
a perfect inventory of what exists in this world.
No, but they're saying that that's probably what that is more likely. It's some extraterrestrial craft then I mean there's
Right,
5% of
but
the
just
evidence.
because it's not from our government or the Russian government doesn't necessarily mean even it's from another planet. We don't know what the fuck is in the ocean.
Well, you know,
It
that's
sounds
true.
ridiculous,
No,
but a
totally.
lot of UFOs get cited.
Yeah, they're called
Coming
USOs.
out of the
Yeah.
yeah. There was a whole History Channel documentary about that, and people go, "Well, that's ridiculous. That's